Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about Inscription in Dragonflight, and more specifically, I will be talking about all the different fortune cards that you will be able to craft with this profession. Fortune cards are items that, if I remember correctly, were introduced into the game back in Cataclysm, and since then we didn't really get any new versions. So with Dragonflight, this is the first time we're really getting some new versions of these different cards. Basically, when you craft one of these cards, you can then flip it and you will receive one of the fortune cards. These fortune cards can vary in terms of the rarity. So you have the white ones, the white quality ones, then the green quality, the blue quality, and the epic quality ones. And the value at the vendor will be different whether it's white or green, blue, epic quality. And the most valuable ones, of course, are the epic ones. So what I want to do in today's video is open 1,000 of these cards to show you what I was able to get, and then to explain whether I think it's going to be something valuable for you to craft in Dragonflight, and if you will be able to make some gold with these different cards or not. So let's start first with the 1,000 openings. So I was able to craft quite a lot. It just takes a lot of time. So 1,000 was already good, and just enjoy. I will be back very soon. So, as you can see, I didn't really get any good cards. So in total, I got a lot of these different recipes, the fated fortune cookies that you will be able to sell on the auction house, but I don't think these will really sell for a lot of gold. And then I got a lot of these green cards and then only one blue card. So really not that lucky. Also, one thing that I want to highlight is the fact that I opened the 500 first cards a few days ago. And when I opened them, this blue card was 2,000 gold and the green ones were 200 gold each. But now they are at 500 for the blue card and 50 gold each for the green card. So it means that Blizzard nerfed all these different cards, which is something very important for you to keep in mind if you watched over videos previously or if you tried it yourself on the beta previously. Just keep in mind it has been nerfed already, and so probably all the different epic cards will have a decreased value as well. Also, normally we're supposed to have a new 25,000 gold card, and some people said that they got it in the beta. But again, when you go on this one, for instance, that I got, it's 2,000 gold, and here the green one is 200 gold. So these ones have been nerfed. So I'm not sure whether the epic one has also been nerfed and if it's still 25,000 gold or less. If someone already opened all the different cards and recently got this card, please let me know what was the value of the card, because I'm not sure it's actually gonna remain at 25,000 gold. But this is one thing I wanted to highlight again, because unfortunately I'm pretty sure this one is gonna get nerfed as well. And if it's the case, then it would just like be a shame, because I think it's just cool to have these different like cool cards to get, and it's a good way for people to just buy a few, try their luck, and maybe get one. So really, and it's not just based on this opening, it's based on my personal knowledge and experience with all these different cards. I would say that these are definitely not going to be a really good way to make a lot of gold. One thing I would definitely recommend you to do is at the beginning of the expansion, if you take Inscription, just craft a few of these and sell them on the auction house. Don't flip them. Just sell the Faded Fortune card like that, because you will probably have some people who will be interested in just testing and who will buy these cards from the auction house. Other than that, I think at the beginning of the expansion, it's definitely not a good idea to like flip the card yourself, because unfortunately it's really going to cost quite a lot to craft all these different cards, as the materials are going to be pretty competitive and pretty expensive on the auction house. So try to avoid doing that at the beginning. Maybe later in the expansion, when all the different materials are extremely cheap, you might want to try. I remember that back in Cataclysm, some people were able to actually craft and then flip all these cards and then sell them and make, I think, an average of like 3 gold profit per card. So you might be able later in the expansion to make some raw gold very easily with the different cards, but it will really depend on the value of all the different materials and of course on the nerf or not of these different cards throughout the expansion. Personally, I will not really spend too much time on that, simply because I'm sure they will have other interesting ways to make some raw gold in Dragonflight that will be way more interesting. This is more like an AFK farm, even if you will still have to actually open all these different cards manually, even if you put it in your bar and you just click on one button. So this is really up to you to see whether you want to do that or not, but keep in mind this is definitely something that will be pretty slow if your goal is to make a lot of gold with these different cards. It's always fun to open them and try to find some of the rare ones, but other than that, I wouldn't say that, in my opinion, it's going to be a very good way to make a lot of raw gold in Dragonflight. When it comes to the different sub-specializations, I'm not sure if there is anything specific to these different fortune cards. So what I would recommend, if really you want to start and craft some of these cards, is to go directly in the Rune Mastery and then to start getting some of these resourcefulness and other talent points. Especially you have this one for the flawless inks, as you will need a lot of inks. I think this one could be pretty interesting. As you can see, you will get quite a lot of like help in order to craft all the different inks, especially this one. Crafting Inscription goods is 10% faster. So that would be probably like what I would recommend you to focus on. But other than that, I haven't really seen anything specific to these different cards. So if you are looking for these, normally there is nothing for now. So just try maybe to get some of these other advantages that might help to make it a little bit more lucrative to actually craft and then sell all these different cards. So that's going to be pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I really hope you will be able to try some of these cards and maybe get some of the rare ones. Just don't make it one of your top gold making activities, because I don't think that will be the case. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great start of the weekend. Bye!